What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to a very, very special episode indeed. All the way from Wales, let's bring on MI8 Player. So here he is, everyone. MI8 Player, all the way from Wales. How you doing, good man?
Good.
Sir, good friend.
Good weekend so far.
Oh, it's been unbelievable. It
Brilliant.
really has. I mean, yesterday, long drive up from Wales, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How long's the drive?
It's supposed to be 4.5 hours, but it took me nearly 6.5. I got stuck in traffic.
The traffic and stuff, which is a bit of a nightmare. But this is the power of video games, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I started the channel back in May. Was the first video. I think it was like May the 13th or something like that. Can't remember exactly when you joined.
I think it was the 11th of June. It was sometime in June, the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, so if we think from June to now, like where we are, we've made like a friend for life kind of thing, and that's really what it can do. And it's
several friends for life in fact.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've had some good chats about some of the guys, haven't we? And we've met some amazing people.
Oh, for sure.
Only in speaking, but one day, who knows, we might see some others, see some others as well. But yeah, it's great to have you here. Of course, we've done Mark's list before. Well, I've done the list, episode 13. I will pop a link to that in the description, so if you guys haven't seen it, you could always go and watch that first, and then maybe come back and watch this, so you can see how he's improved since then, and kind of where he was to where he is today, which will be pretty good. But yeah, you'll be the first person who's had their trophy list reviewed by me, but then reviewed it with you as well. Special guy. Yeah, special guy indeed. So yeah, we thought we'd represent as well. Absolutely. Kiss the badge. No, so apologies for you United fans and all that nonsense out there. Sorry, Sparky, had to be done, didn't it? We were never not going to both wear a Liverpool shirt for this.
Especially to you.
We even got the scarf up behind us, didn't we? So it's been moved from the radiator to the top of the shelf, just to throw it out
keep him warm with a pair of us,
But no, good times. So as usual, everyone, we are going to go through the questions with Mark. As per, it just gives you guys a chance to get to know them a little bit more, and they're a bit of fun out there. And we usually have a laugh with these when we have people on. We've got our beers, so I'm going with a little Kronenberg, and Matt's gone for a little cheeky Coors, yeah.
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Yeah, I know he is a lightweight. After last night, he only had 2 beers.
I did not. Tried 15, did
you should have seen him on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I've never seen shapes like it, honest to God. Unbelievable.
And that was just my face.
It was super.
It was a cracking laugh.
We did have a good laugh. But that's the thing, we've met each other in person for the first time, and although only speaking for a couple of months, it feels like you've just known each other for years.
For
cracked on as if like
on with you like there's people I've known for 30 years.
It's crazy. So we might get some different answers because you're quite old, aren't you?
Very old. Compared to all your young whippersnappers you've had on so far.
Joking. Yeah, so like some people, this first question, well no, actually not this one of the ones about what was your first console, some answer like Mega Drive and Nintendo. I suppose yours will be what, like
I don't even know what it was called, my first one.
Back when everything was black and white. Right, well, we'll get to that one actually. So the phone's out, the questions are ready. We move. Right. So what got you into gaming?
When I was born, it was like a bog standard Pong computer in the house, and I'm pretty much on and off games since then. Since I was like 2 or 3, probably playing little Pong, bouncing the ball back and forth, and just
it was.
It's always been one in the house. So always.
No, that's fair. So is this one actually. So what was your first console? I know you just.
What, my first console or the house one? The house one was the original home console system with the Pong. It was there when I was born, but we had a Commodore 64 that was for all of us by the time I was about 5.
Commodore 64, I was
5 or 6, I think.
That was brilliant. 6 was that in the 40s, was it?
No, 84 that would have been. I was born in 1979, not too
long. Dear me, right. So So, what got you into trophies? Where did that start?
I've always liked to complete a lot of games to 100%. I've done a lot of Resident Evils over the years. I've done the Ninja Gaiden Sigma games 100%, and then I played Batman Arkham Asylum after playing Oblivion solid for 3 years. Got a trophy, and that was it. Done it since, mostly. I've had a couple of months off, but pretty much flat out since then.
Yeah. I think it's something that you'll just carry on with. Do you ever see it dying off, or...?
I don't think so. I have a month or two where I might go a little bit quieter, well, not since I've joined the Discord, it just got worse, but...
Yeah. It's been great for many things, but it's been bad for some. For one, good thing is I don't play easy games now, as I've mentioned a couple of times.
So it's got a good point.
Yeah, bad things, I'm seeing how much better everyone is than me. Like,
yeah. I can't argue with that, really.
The actual... You're supposed to stick up for me.
No, I mean in my respect as well.
I'm just joking, but it's just mad the rate at which some people are doing these games. You can't keep up with it. It's absolute madness. But also some bad things. Trying to get my respect back and starting Super Meat Boy is one bad thing. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, you're getting there. You've done a lot, haven't you?
Favorite game of all time?
That is a difficult one. I'd like to say Final Fantasy VII for story. I wouldn't say for gameplay though. The tactical sort of fighting is good, isn't it? But it's not groundbreaking, is it? Let's be honest. So I'd say recently probably Red Dead 2 for the story and just the whole thing.
Alex got a little bit excited there. As soon as you said Red Dead 2, he was like,
hang on, I can't agree with the Man United sport.
Yeah,
Awesome P.
So we put Awesome P on just to kind of give some context to that. We had a bit of a laugh because we've been playing Super Meat Boy, and then I made a joke saying that Awesome P was as difficult, 10 out of 10.
I found it harder than the first world. I breezed through the first world in Super Meat Boy. I couldn't get past the second level of Awesome P. We weren't too busy laughing, in fairness.
It was good fun, but yeah, we just put it on for a bit of fun, and yeah,
drunken gaming.
Honestly, it's quite difficult.
Drunken gaming never goes well.
Yeah, it's always the best. So either FF7, Red Dead 2, whether we're looking at older or something more recent.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay, so this is where we steer away from gaming a little bit. Favorite TV series? And you have to pick one. I'm sick of these I don't know answers or sitting on the fence.
I'm either going to say The Fringe or Supernatural.
Okay. Are you leaning towards one or the other?
Fringe. I think Fringe because I don't have one.
You've got none, never mind, just The Fringe.
Oh dear.
You look somewhere between the ages of 1
and 62. Well, you're wrong, I'm 85.
Oh, honest to gosh, I love these episodes. They are so much fun. I really do enjoy doing them. Absolutely fantastic. Do you have a favourite movie before we get carried away?
It's got to be one of the Star Wars. If I'm pushed, it'll probably be the third of the original trilogy. Just because when I was a kid, I loved Luke Skywalker.
You prefer Return of the Jedi?
I think so overall. I think the all 3 films are as good as each other, close to. But I think I like the third one just because when I was little, Luke was like my hero.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like Luke. I saw based on how I behaved like Luke. I tried to help people, and I've sort of lived my life in those sort of veins since. Do you know what I mean?
That's really good, that. And do you know, you're the first person that's ever kind of said something similar to what I do with Steve.
Yeah,
it's kind of
like very
the
similar.
way he behaves. I try to adopt that in real life.
Just talking about another 10 years before, so it wasn't really a thing then at Captain America. So
be a good person.
Yeah,
everyone be a good person. It's not difficult.
We'll all get on along fight.
We certainly will. Favorite video game character of all time?
Probably got to be Mario, isn't it?
Mario?
Just because I grew up with Mario.
Interesting.
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
I thought you were a PlayStation boy.
I am. but I was a Nintendo boy when I was a kid, when PlayStation wasn't a thing.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, this is very true.
If I thought about it longer, I might come up with another one, but I'm going to say off the top of my head, Mario, because it's the first one that came in my head.
Okay, it's more just curiosity for me then. Just a kind of added question: if it was a PlayStation character or someone Sony exclusive, who would you lean towards?
Oh, for sure. Ray's character on Aliens Fireteam Elite, also known as Guy Fruski.
I still can't get over that. It's the best thing.
It's the gift they kept on giving, wasn't it? Every time we loaded up.
It was, honestly, guys, it was one of the best things. So just as we started Aliens Fireteam, which we've spoken about a little bit of late, myself, Mark, and of course Ray, the absolute dream team. We invite Ray, of course, initially, and he comes in and he looks nothing. He hasn't designed his character off of himself. I mean, none of us have really. Didn't you have red hair? So mine was a ginger girl.
Bloke with red,
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, yours was Aloy, wasn't it? Of course.
Of course. Try to make Aloy, as I do in every game where you can create a character. But then Ray comes in with his top knot.
It was like he took a photo crop of Guy Fruski,
but he didn't realise he'd done it. He's just made a character. And then when we made the comment, I didn't realise Guy Fruski was playing with us, and it was the best thing. Everyone lost their mind.
And every time we started a new game, it was the same, wasn't it?
It was the same every time we come in. It was phenomenal. But no, on a serious note, PlayStation character.
I suppose I'll have to go for Crash.
Crash?
The first 3 games like 3 or 4 times now, so...
Interesting.
Old school, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely old school. You are old school, aren't you?
Yeah, old man school.
Favourite developer?
That's not one I really take too much note in, to be honest.
You don't?
No, I love games, but I don't really think, oh, I'm going to play that because it's by a certain developer. Yeah. I just look at the game and think, oh, I want to do the trophies on that, and that's what I do.
Do you find that you tend to have played a lot of a certain developer's games just by chance, and therefore that could be your favourite by default, maybe?
I suppose.
Well, you mentioned Red Dead. Would you lean towards Rockstar?
No, I don't. I think as they've gone on, I'm not so fussed on the practices. I don't think it's the same as it was. The early games were really good fun, weren't they? I'm not saying the new one wasn't, but I've not got the same love as Sparky has for it. I like Red Dead 2, but as a standalone thing, I'm not saying, Rockstar's not bad, but they're not my cup of tea for everything.
Yeah. What about Naughty Dog?
No, I've only ever played the Uncharted games on a blank profile just to play the campaign, just to say I played it. Same with Last of Us. I don't mind the games, but they're not really my favourite games in the world.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So you can't decide on one.
No, I couldn't tell you more than 4 developers if I actually thought about it really hard. That's the problem.
No, I think that sometimes is a good way of thinking, because I do know some people that
they'll often
they'll sometimes avoid certain games because it comes from a certain developer. Yeah. And they're actually missing out on.
Yeah, I take it as face value when I look at games. I just look at what the game is, whether it interests me or not, and I'll just play it.
That's it. You're alright there.
Yeah,
do you need winding?
Yes, please. Thank you.
There we go. Right, that's fine. If you could have any superpower, what would you want?
Invincibility.
I think a few have said that now. Invincibility.
Maybe some more hair.
Yeah. Not to
regrowing hair, man.
No, what kind of man? You just can't imagine it joining the Avengers, regrowing hair, man. What's he going to be able to do to help the fight against Thanos?
We didn't say I had to help anybody. I've already done my helping. I'm going to go off and just enjoy my hair then.
Oh, that's fantastic. Love that. Favourite drink, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic?
Bailey's, not alcoholic. Non-alcoholic. Coffee, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I drink the most of.
Coffee, yeah, great shout. I'm a big coffee fan, so do love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. I don't say that very often, do I? Love to see it.
Every other sentence.
I've never said it.
No.
I've never said it. Just like Dragon Dance doesn't play driving games, I absolutely don't say it. Love to see it.
Does he? Never did.
No, he's never played one. Nice. I tried to get him to play a driving game the other day. He was like, nah, I'm not doing it. He's like, well,
never heard of that genre. Oh, dear.
We love you, Dragon. We love you. Absolutely.
Top Australian.
Oh, he's playing through the Uncharted, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done a few other games as well. He's definitely branched out.
While we've been chatting lately, I know he's done the first and second one.
Yeah, he's working on the third already.
Smashing Drake's Deception, isn't it? The third one. Yeah, great games. Absolutely love them. Right, favourite meal? What are you taking? What if you're on death row? What's your final meal?
My missus cooked dinner.
Like a Sunday roast dinner, do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I do love a burger. It probably is my favourite food, but if I was going to have a last meal, I'd want to be full to the brim.
Do you eat everything as well, or are you fussy?
I don't like cabbage, but that's about it really on a cooked dinner.
Who wants cabbage?
Yeah. I pretty much like everything else.
I'll just have the meat, the Yorkshire pudding's great.
You don't eat veg though, do you?
No, it's vile. Why would anyone want to eat grass when you can eat all the taste?
Well, if you don't eat veg, you've got to eat bogies, you've got to eat something green.
Oh.
So I don't eat bogies, so I eat veg.
Peas is good, that's fine.
Oh, they're awesome, aren't they?
Oh, mushy, marrow fat.
I don't like mushy peas, I like normal.
Mushy peas?
Nah.
On a fish with loads of salt
and
vinegar.
I don't fussed on fish, mate. I only like tuna and prawns, funny enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't like cod?
No, can't stand it.
Oh wow.
Makes me sick.
That's interesting. Favourite Telltale game?
Tales from Borderlands.
You as well? Honestly, I'm loving this. A few people have said that now.
I don't think you can really argue, can you? Who's got the best?
Well,
I played Game of Thrones, that was okay, but...
A lot of people seem to go straight to The Walking Dead, which is a valid, choice.
I've not done The Walking Dead.
Have you not?
No, I've just done Tales from the Borderland and Game of Thrones, I think.
You need to go and play The Walking Dead.
And my son's got the newer, full version of it with all the episodes with the 1 platinum. Well, I can't remember what it's called, the complete edition or something like that.
They get weaker, don't get me wrong, but the first season, is superb.
Bit like the second one, bit like the series then. First 6 or 7 series are really good, and then it went downhill for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we've talked about it on here actually, so I will say it. But I've talked to my mates loads. I preferred it, like you said, the first so many series where it literally focused on the group as a whole.
The zombies.
And then it got to a point where there was too many different factions. So you had Alexandria, you had Hilltop, you had these scrap people, you've got Negan and his crew. And it
just kind of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, the episodes become too sporadic to a point where you might not see Rick for a few episodes, and you kind of lose track really of what's going on unless you binge them all in
I find I lose more track if I binge things. I've got to watch a couple at a time, digest them, and do it again if I want to get the full out of it.
But I did prefer it sort of, going back to like The Prison, for example, when it did jump to was it Woodbury?
It was one jump, wasn't it? They were just jumping back.
But it was straight back to the prison, and everyone was together. I don't know. It seemed a little tighter, better written, and it's a bit all over the place after they all split up and stuff. But it's enough about The Walking Dead. I still haven't seen the end of it though.
No, not me. Negan was the last.
I stopped in season 8.
Me too.
Watched
an episode or 2 and just lost interest. Really,
it just started to become a little bit repetitive, and I was a bit like, okay, I'm done.
Nope.
And then I did try watching them again from the beginning. I got all the way to about season 5, and then it just stopped again. Yeah. Right. So, hardest game you've ever played?
What, done or just played?
Just played.
Super Meat Boy with you earlier on. Other than that, probably Ninja Garden Sigma 1. Doing the 100% on that with my friend was no joke. Took us nearly a year of practice to do the last challenge.
Yeah.
And the hardest difficulty took a long time to play through.
Where would you rank, and it's something we'll have a look at when we get to Mark's list, but where would you put the survival stuff from Remnant? Is that some of the hardest stuff you've ever done?
I'd say it's about right 8 out of 10.
Is it some of the more difficult things
it wasn't difficult because it was fun, no. I didn't ever feel it was unfair. The bosses are a bit like hard to beat near the end. But if you get the right boss, you get lucky.
Yeah.
But I think every time I felt the improvement, and I was learning the maps or where the collectibles and things would be, so it got to a point where it was just sort of like a second nature run. And because I wanted it and I was going to do it, I just enjoyed the whole experience, which doesn't always work, but for some reason the game clicked.
Yeah.
And it is a really fun game, isn't it? For a free game with...
Oh yeah, unbelievable. And it's very, very impressive that you've done that on your own. I mean, I didn't give it too many attempts, but I did try it with my mate Gibbs, who was in the Discord.
I'm told it's easier with one person though. And actually now I've heard recently that it's actually supposed to be easier with one than it is with 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because it scales the enemies, or especially the bosses, but I've not actually tested that out.
Right. Yeah, me and Gibbs tried it.
But it's more fun with other people, I would think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we had a little bit of fun. We didn't try too hard.
No, I had a go on it with Sparky. We got to 5 or 6 levels, and he just kept moaning it was too hard.
It sounds like Sparky.
Yeah.
Did he sound like me playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
Oh no, this is rubbish!
Can't do it! I can't! Yeah, honestly.
Who said this game was any good?
It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. It's his game of the year. But like, when did it come out? Well, I don't even know what year it is. 21 it came out, did it?
Don't know, I think
was it
so.
2020?
Yeah, but he used to play Tony Hawk's Skater back in the day, didn't he? And be very good at it, so...
Yeah, I mean, I did dabble with them when I was younger.
I think I played about 5 minutes when I was younger and was like, nope, I'm not really fussed on skating.
Put it this way, guys, it's that bad when I'm struggling on Tony Hawk's, I'm going and playing Super Meat Boy to have a break. That is literally how brutal that game is. I just need to get good. Clearly need to get good. Most anticipated game?
Probably a new God of War, and then realised I couldn't get it, so I didn't care anymore. No, I don't.
What about something then? Because a lot of people have said God of War, because when we recorded them, it wasn't out yet. Technically, it's out now. So
I'd say probably actually, if I thought about it, it'd be God of War 2 or 3 when it came out on the PS3 after I played 1 and 2.
What about a game? I don't mean like most anticipated, as in going back in time and thinking about like something that isn't out yet at all. Is there something that's yet to be released that you think can't wait for that?
Not really, no.
No?
I tend to buy games brand new. Very rarely do I buy a brand new game, so by the time they've been out a couple of years, don't really count, does it?
That's fine. No worries at all. Right, what game deserves a sequel?
Remnant.
Do you know what? No one said that, and that is a great shout. If you see me boogieing, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I live above all the bars and restaurants on Hartlepool Marina, and it's it can be quite noisy on a weekend. So if you hear a bit of music, or see me just bopping away, I can just hear the tunes going.
I'm flashbacks from last night.
Which reminds me, so once we've done this, we're going for a Palmo, aren't we?
Mate, I can't wait.
So I've talked about it on, I think it was the video I did with Wilco 7, my best mate Paul, and we tried to describe what a Palmo was, and yeah, I'll do it again for anyone who hasn't watched that video.
Chicken, really.
Cheesy chicken. So it's basically a breaded butterfly chicken breast, and then it's covered with bechamel sauce, like a white sauce, and cheese all over the top. And then it comes with chips, and you can have salad, and you can have other things with it. It sounds a bit mad, but
it looks amazing.
And it's something that generally is only made in Teesside or in the northeast. There is a few other places now that have started to...
Oh, they're going to start making them in Wales next week.
See, you've got to be careful, because I think I have brought this one up. A friend of mine got one, he went to Sheffield, and it had it on the menu. He's like, chicken parmesan. He's like, oh yeah, go on then, I'm outside of the northeast, I can't get one, I want one. And he got it, and I'll show you the picture.
It was a mess.
I'll show you the picture of what it looked like compared to what we're going to have. And it was effectively, it was a breaded chicken breast, and there was literally just a cheese slice on the top. Like a square cheese slice that you would put on a cheeseburger. I swear, honestly, it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Really funny, but yeah, it's something that you can get in other places, but it's quite rare. So the fact that Mark's never had one, he's only here for the weekend.
To have a Palmer.
He's having one, and yeah, it's one of our favourites.
Jeff just happened to be close.
But honestly, you're going to absolutely love it.
I know, I already am, and I've not tried it yet.
They're just so delicious. What game should be remade? Anything from when you were younger that you'd love to see get a nice lick of paint?
The Ghostbusters off the Commodore 64. It's amazing. It needs a proper revamp. You literally used to drive around in this little map, and then you pull up, go in, and you'd catch the ghost with his traps and stuff, and then you had to like run past the Marshmallow Man at the end. And you used to drive around in Ecto 1 and sort of trap the ghosts and all, and then sort of stop the Marshmallow Man from forming on the screen and stuff. It was really fun for what it was.
That's brilliant.
It was just sort of a random weird answer, like.
It's a new answer though, so I like it.
Breaking it out.
Easy. Yeah, so off camera, Mark's just kicking the desk. He's like, don't like this desk.
It was looking at me. Funny.
It was looking at me funny. Dear me. Right, who's your starter Pokemon?
I don't like Pokemon.
Oh, right, get out.
I don't dislike people who like it.
Get back to Wales right now.
I could quietly throw Charmander out the window and not care.
Oh, he's redeemed himself, ladies and gentlemen. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Do slugs.
Slugs?
Well, they're very similar, aren't they? They're sweaty and slimy and horrible.
Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking for a second, what are you going on about? But that's
very similar, I would think. I've not actually eaten a slug to know, but
pineapple shouldn't be on pizza.
No, unless you like it, then frankly.
Fruit shouldn't be on pizza. And before anyone goes, it's got tomato on it. It's tomato puree, isn't it? It's not the same as it just being tomato. No. It's different. But you can't just put pineapple. No, just no.
No, it's not for me.
A pizza should come plain or with pepperoni on it. That's how a pizza should be eaten.
I don't mind a meat feast with lots of different meat.
Yeah, I mean, I love chicken and all the other stuff. It's just sometimes it becomes so overpowering. I don't really taste the pizza. I don't know, it becomes a different thing for me. It sounds random, but I buy a pizza to taste the cheese and the tomato and the bread together. But yeah, it's just me. Bit of a plain Jane. Right, so we're on to the this or that. So we burn through these. See what's going on. Mario or Sonic?
Mario, all day long.
Nathan Drake or Lara Croft?
Lara Croft.
What, is that because she's sexy? Or?
No, because I've played lots of Lara Croft games. I've got 3 or 4 of the old Tomb Raider Platinums.
Really?
The Underworld and all those.
Oh, yeah.
But I've not got a Nathan Drake Platinum, so...
Imagine if she was ginger, though.
Well, you'd never stop playing it, though, then, would you? Just be like Horizon Forbidden West, always in your computer.
Yeah, to be fair, it's never left the console since it came out.
Disc.
Disc. Right, Uncharted or Tomb Raider?
You said that, Tomb Raider.
No, I mean...
It's the same!
No, sometimes you could prefer the character, but maybe you actually prefer the Tomb Raider games as well.
Because I've not really played, other than played through once just to see the story with Uncharted, so...
Marvel or DC?
Marvel, for sure.
Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Cap.
Good man. I'm pretty certain everyone else has said Iron Man.
You know his Cap.
My boy. Love it. Love to see it. Batman or Superman?
Batman. All day long. Superman's just like weird. He's OP for no reason, is he?
Yeah, unfairly written. I do like him, but he's unfairly written. Too powerful. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars, but I do love Star Trek too. But Star Wars is slightly better.
Do you like the new films that they've done?
Or Star Trek?
J.J. Abrams done a bit of.
I've watched
with Chris Pine.
I've seen the first one. I really enjoyed that. I've not got around to watching the others.
Watch Into Darkness. It's a very underrated film.
I couldn't find Into Darkness when I was watching them. I found the first one and the third, so I just didn't bother watching the second and third one for now.
Honestly, Into Darkness is exceptional. Really, really good film. Yeah, really, really good.
I liked the way on the first one how they did the swap to make it join on to the originals with Spock and all. Yeah. I thought that was really clever how they did it.
Future version of Zachary Quinto, wasn't he? Spoiler alert. I hope you've all seen it.
Well, it's a bit irrelevant.
Anyway, easy game or hard game?
Hard. Unless the easy game's really fun, then
I do going towards something that's going to challenge you a little bit.
Fun or challenge. Or ultra race. For excellence.
Ultra rares. Oh, ultra rare friends. Yeah. Ultra rare friends.
You just jealous, you know. Till you get Super Meat Boy, you're not lived in the club here.
I've totally lost my my train of thought. I was going to say something, but we're good. Open world or linear story?
Open world, if it's not like stupid amount of collectibles after.
You prefer an open world?
Yeah. As long as it's not 500 little pieces of shards to find in the middle of nowhere.
Wield Mjolnir or have adamantium claws?
Adamantium claws. I love Wolverine. He's one of my favourite Marvel characters. He's badass.
He is badass, isn't he? Single player or multiplayer?
Single, but I do more like a multiplayer game now.
Yeah, especially with like, I know we've talked about and touched on the people in the Discord, but I was more about single player games, definitely. But since like everyone's joined in and seeing how awesome everyone is, like I am thinking about like we did Aliens, for example, and now I'm already thinking about what else could I play with the guys.
Yeah, I'm already finding games to play with you. It's the same with Sparky, same with Excellent, same with Ray. We're always trying to find something else to play because we have a laugh, don't we? So.
We certainly do. We certainly do. Spider-Man games or the Batman games?
I'd like to say the Spider-Man games, but I've only played like the PS3 ones. I've not done the PS4 one yet. So Batman, because I've done Arkham Asylum and City twice.
Oh yeah, which I remember seeing those, which we're going to see again, aren't we?
They're both class, though, aren't they? You can't really argue with Spider-Man or Superman in those games.
Far Cry or Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed. I've only played 2 of those, and I've never touched a Far Cry game.
Really?
I never really was a first-person shooter, but until
I remember you saying that. Actually,
Destiny, I think, was the first real first-person shooter I ever played.
Interesting. The Last of Us or Uncharted?
Neither. Yeah. They're both good games, but they're not for me.
You have to pick one. If I'm giving you them both now, and saying you have to play one, what would you put in?
I suppose if I had to pick, it'd be Uncharted, because the reason I didn't do The Last of Us is because I didn't like the look of the multiplayer on it.
Okay.
So that'd be the only reason I would.
The multiplayer is excellent, by the way. There's a big grind.
Grindy and horrible.
Big grind for the trophies, because you've got to follow the 2 factions. But the actual gameplay is brilliant.
I'm there for the trophies.
Me too. But it really surprised me at how good it actually was. Tekken or Mortal Kombat?
Tekken. I probably played as much Mortal Kombat as Tekken, but Tekken's a little bit more accessible, I think. I don't like the fatalities at the end, like, I just want to rip his head off.
I can't play either of them. I try my best, but Crash Bandicoot or Spyro?
It's Crash all day long. I think I've only played about 10 minutes of Spyro in my life. Not because I didn't like it, it's just I was always Team Crash.
You said Crash because you said it was your favourite. Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead. But I do like a bit of Grand Theft Auto. Playing Vice City right now, funnily enough.
San Andreas or Vice City?
San Andreas. Just slightly edges it, because when I played Vice City originally, I played that with my brother, like level by level, life by life. And then we both had our own PS2s by the time San Andreas came out, so we both had our own copies. And we went off and played it all on our own. So I preferred it because I didn't have my brother doing half of the missions or killing all the coppers for an hour. Oh, well, I'm not dying, I'm just standing here shooting the coppers through the wall.
There's a bonus question, or an added question. What has a better soundtrack, San Andreas or Vice City?
From what I can remember, Vice City.
You've gone Vice City.
But I can't, I'm playing Vice City now, so I can remember a lot of the songs. I can't remember really, I can't distinguish between the 2 games, what was on it and what wasn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's sort of a blur. I remember playing them both and loving the music, but overall it's quite hard to discern.
I would lean towards Vice City, but when I ask people, it tends to be quite close. So I just thought I'd ask. Dragon Age or Mass Effect?
Neither played either.
You've not played either of them? Yep. Which do you think intrigues you
Dragon
more?
Age it's an RPG. I used to mostly just play RPGs when I was younger. Other than like Resident Evils and things like that, but I used to love a good RPG or a top-down RPG.
Call of Duty or Battlefield?
Can't stand Call of Duty, so Battlefield.
Battlefield. Alien or Predator?
Alien.
Alien.
Just because we played Alien Fire Team Elite.
Yeah, why
Predator's harder, isn't he?
He looks cool. He's got a few toys, hasn't he?
But after Alien Fireteam Elite, I'll have a special place in my heart for them.
Yeah.
It's even gone in my trophy cabinet.
Ronaldo or Messi?
As a unit, Ronaldo. As a player and a person, Messi.
Sounds good. And then it's not even a question because that last one was about football and we're around the corner. Last question. Who's going to win the World Cup?
Brazil, Argentina, or maybe Portugal. No, actually, Wales, of course.
Bloody Wales, boy.
We're going to take a bunch of sheep over there and show them how it's done.
Unbelievable. Well, that was the questions, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Usually the most fun part of all of the videos I've done so far. I had a good laugh. Yeah, we did. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move over to the list. We're going to go to Mark's PSN profiles, which you've seen before. But obviously it will have changed a little bit. So yeah, we'll have a look at kind of what you've been playing since we reviewed the list. See you in a sec. So back to PSN profiles, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Mark's profile in front of us, which a lot of you will have already seen. You'll have seen it on the previous video. You've maybe already had a little look, just been a bit nosy, a bit curious. But yeah, it's changed probably a little bit, hasn't it, since I reviewed it. So what we'll do is when we go through it, it's quite a big list. So what we'll maybe look at doing is we'll definitely look at the games you've done since I reviewed it. I think that's an absolute given. We have to do that. And we're going to look at certainly things that you can maybe tell me a few stories about. Because when I did it, I suppose, I didn't really have context to anything that happened, how you achieved it, what was going on. So that would be pretty good. But for the most part, we can maybe skip over some of them because you guys have
all the Radulika ones, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't need to look at the Radulika stuff, do we? We'll go over the stats first of all, and then we'll start moving on with the list as we do. So was that the same as before? Shiny, my precious trophies. You'll never walk. Was it the same?
It's been like that for years.
Has it? I couldn't remember actually. But obviously you got to chuck a cheeky "You'll Never Walk Alone" in there.
And a bit of Lord of the Rings reference.
That's my precious trophy.
My son does a brilliant Gollum impression.
Does he?
Like spot on.
Oh, nice indeed. Won't talk about Lord of the Rings.
No. Too late.
Trophy level 581, total trophies 11,062, 298 platinums. Have you got anything planned for the 300th? Or
not really. If you look at my milestones, they don't really bother me. I've got one or two decent ones. It's either going to be Vice City or Mighty No. 9 probably. Maybe Division 2 with you, or Vermintide 2 with Ray.
Still some great options though, isn't it? Yeah.
All four of them I'd be quite happy to have on it.
1,823 gold, 2,988 silver, and 5,953 bronze. So very nice haul. 348 games played, completed 301, a completion rate of 94.5%.
It's gone up. I think it was 93.2 or 3 when you did my review. Aiming for 95, and I should get it. I've got 3 or 4 games on the go now. If I can get them done, I'll be push over it, I think.
Yeah. 823 unearned trophies, which you've brought down a little bit.
That was actually under 800 until I started Vice City.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, yeah. 2.6 trophies per day, which is very solid. 2,622 views, which is a lot, to be fair.
I've had a lot of those since I joined the Discord. At least 1,000, I think.
Really?
Well, it's pushed right up. Definitely. In the last year or so, I probably had like 500 views in 10 years before, and in 3 years I've had the rest of them, I would think.
Wow, that is good. 9,987th in the world, and the country rank 1,204th. Yeah, you don't care to.
I did before Christmas last year when I gave up all the Radulika rubbish. I think I was in 6,000 or 7,000 in the world, and I was about 900, 800 in the UK, something like that. I was pushing in, and I realised I couldn't afford to spend £3 for 2 games and sit there for the next 100 years playing these stupid games. Yeah. And then they brought Mortar out, and I just thought, no, I'm done with this.
I see what you mean. And similar for myself. I was doing exactly that, and I got to, I think my highest...
I didn't play those just tap X 50 times, so that was... After seeing them on your thing today, just to see what they were like, I'm definitely glad I didn't play them.
I'm glad I've come away from it, to be fair, because I'm starting to play more challenging stuff. But yeah, we'll move on with the list. Obviously, feel free to jump in, pick some stuff out if there is any stories that you want to tell.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, what's 99 Vidas?
That's a really fun game.
An 8 out of 10.
It was free on PSN a couple of years back, and I did it on the Vita. I remember it being very hard. I couldn't tell you why. It was like a scrolling beat 'em up. It is.
Was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. I remember having a bit of trouble on the hardest difficulty, but just with practice, it was fine.
It was fine.
That Adventure Time is one of the glitchiest games I've ever played. My son loaded on my.
Because I don't know.
You've got to do like 100 Nightmare Spheres levels in one go, and it's very prone to crashing. And then you lose the whole run and start again, I think.
Tell me about Aliens, Mark. Tell me about Aliens and the amazing experience.
Of legends. I met Guy Fruski, Jeff, Ray.
Oh, his character. Oh, it wasn't the same when we done the DLC, and he changed his character, didn't he, to something else?
We all did though, didn't we?
I kept mine the same.
I didn't. I went from a white dude to a black woman, didn't I? I thought I'd mix it up.
Love
with a comb over.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, what an experience.
That,
from the day it came out, I wanted to play it, and none of my friends were interested. And then they were interested after I did it with you. They're like, "Oh, we'll play it with you now. I've done 100% now."
Yeah,
it's just from start to finish. We played with a couple of other people early on that we had a great laugh. Gainsborough was it?
Oh,
Wilco joined us for one
Gary
night.
Desborough.
Yeah,
my good man.
Every time we played it was just we had a laugh, didn't we? As well as a bit of a challenge. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. When I played that, my internet was so bad that like 100 matches, I had to play nearly 300 matches because I kept getting kicked out right at the end of games. Same with a FIFA game later on.
Yeah.
Early 2012-ish time, I think. My internet, I had internet, but it was really bad. And you'll see a couple of without timestamps. For the first 2 years, I didn't have internet. I just collected trophies on my little PS3 and just hoped it didn't break because I couldn't sync them to online. Seriously.
Oh dear me. What about the Batman stuff? How challenging did you find?
Batman Arkham Asylum, that's what started it all. That's my first ever platinum.
Oh, was it the first one?
Yeah. It doesn't say it on my trophy milestones because of the first 1,000 trophies not being in online. It comes up really weirdly, but that is my first platinum.
That's the first one, is it?
Yeah.
Started it all.
Bastion's a good game.
Yeah, really I don't know much about it, to be fair.
I did that on the Vita.
On the Vita as well. Impressive.
I think it's a 7 out of 10.
Is it? I know it's a 7 out of 10, but is it?
It was
harder
difficult.
Than that because
I would say I'd probably put it 8 or 9 for me on the Vita. I've got a couple of games like that I should probably done on the PlayStation. What can I say about the Batman games? I don't love them. I just played both of them twice. The ones I played.
I forget you've done Bloodborne. We don't talk about this enough.
I need to go back to the DLCs. I think they come out not long after I finished it.
Are you going to pick it up and I'll jump in with
you? Yeah, because I think the DLCs were free at some point as well, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll have a look.
I know I've paid for it.
It would be a good idea.
I think we should get the 100% for that because I love that game.
Bombing Busters, that was free a long time ago. It's like a Bomberman clone.
Okay.
I played that on the Vita. I really enjoyed it.
Bounty Bullets, what a game.
Oh, that was tough. As you see, I've got loads of stacks. I didn't stack a second one of them. I hated it that much.
Really?
Yeah. I found it really, really bad.
Burly Men at Sea.
That was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Keep popping up on lists
just like a little stroll. I played those 2 Call of Duties. Black Ops 2, my son put on my profile. So I just cleared up as much as I could, and I played Black Ops 4 with a few friends and said, I'm never going to get the platinum there. I don't want to spend 20 hours tipping water into a thing while zombies are running around and I'm juggling plates on my head and spinning something else on my finger. I'm not interested.
About Celeste?
That was the Game Club Game of the Month, wasn't it? Yeah, it was alright. It was a little jaunt. Sparky's a masochist for trying to play it on normal. So normally, I think it would probably be 10 times harder if you had to, do it. Not just dash everywhere and pick everything up.
Coffin Dodgers, what a game.
That was fun.
I didn't mind it.
Better than Chickens on the Road, anyway.
Oh, you've got the crash stuff.
Yeah, I need to go back to Stormy Ascent. I've actually downloaded it recently to have a go at it again.
Yeah,
I just got to get round to it now.
Absolutely brutal.
That's one of my probably one of my most proudest platinums though. Crash Team Racing. In the time I did it as well, I had a blister on my thumb, probably that big, and it was about that deep in my skin.
Really?
Yeah, because I just sweated it every day, just trying it. That's Curse and Chaos was one of my proudest trophies. It's you've got to do like a 200-hit combo on the hardest level on the game, and it was hard. Took me 300 goes of practice to get anywhere near it.
Daggerhood.
Yeah, probably one of the better Radalankers.
Oh?
Radalankers.
Radalanka?
Yeah, that's what I call it. I call them Ratagrubbers actually, but there's the word that Damnation, that and Orcslayer are the worst two games I've ever played for trophies. That is the biggest, glitchiest mess I have ever played.
Orcslayer.
Absolutely terrible.
Honestly, I only bought it because something I read said it's a 2-hour platinum, and this was at a point before all these just press X for the platinum game. So that was an easy game, an easy platinum.
That was a difficult easy one, wasn't
it? It literally took me all day.
Yeah, it took me.
It was horrible. It played so badly. Yeah. It was awful. Really bad game. I can't
argue with that.
Really bad.
Darksiders, good games.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I haven't done 3 yet, but I do have it.
Yeah, play 3. 3 is really good.
Dead Nation. Those stacks I did with a friend.
And Demon Souls, I showed Mark the PS5 Demon Souls earlier, and then we talked about how you'd done this back in the day, 2013. Back when you were in your early 50s.
You're 80.
Dear me.
There's those 2 games there, Destiny 1 and 2. Since I've been trophy hunting, that's what I put my most time into. 1,000 hours for each.
Wow. These are another set of games, when we talk about the easy stuff.
Devious Dungeons.
Yeah, Devious Dungeons.
Both of them were probably the best of all of them.
With its little mini RPG elements.
Yeah, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't that easy either, was it? You had to just upgrade and...
I quite enjoyed them both. I thought they were really good.
That Mickey... Another one my son put on my profile. Might go back to it one day.
Disney Epic Mickey 2.
It's actually
the power of 2.
You have to follow you have to get like 5. You have to get 500 pins, and if you miss one, you have to do the whole thing again. It's like you have to follow a video guide. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's doable without it personally.
Just trying to Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires 1.7%.
I did that not long ago. Last month, I think.
Oh yeah, 27th of October.
I did number 6 with a friend back in 2014, and I finished that the end of October. That was like trophy homework, mate. I had lists as long as my arms. I had about 30 pages of writing down.
Wow, look at that FIFA 12 plat 1.02. And
that
FIFA games for 10 years.
I think you had to play something like 100 online games, and I had to play over 300 because my internet kept kicking out. That was the same as that other game, and I literally had to play triple the games to get the platinum. So it wasn't just as bad as it was 10 times harder for me. FIFA 22, no, I don't even want to see that game again. Overhead kicks, no.
The overhead kick was silly, wasn't it?
Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7,
especially for you.
Especially for you.
I did that. That's the 3rd time I've done it 100%.
Such a good game.
Just not the platinums the first twice.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
The story's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Who was your party? Who do you tend to use with Cloud? Who do you tend to draft in?
Well, I used to, when I first started, I had Ares, but I had to get rid of her because I know she died. Oh, spoiler alert.
Who's Ares?
That the one that dies. I don't know, I call them whatever I think they are.
The Welsh.
I don't know.
I'm only messing.
Foul Play's a fun game.
I did, we could probably talk about the original 7 because it's 25,
you would hope so, yeah.
25 years old. But yeah, I do remember using Aerith to a point where you'd level them up because she was the healer.
Yeah.
And then you lose her from the party, and you're like, oh, so there was no point in using her there. But no, I actually used Yuffie and Barret for the reason. I'll tell you the reasons why. Ordinarily, you wouldn't, but if you were to put, so like Barret's limit breaks, for example, ordinarily you go to your level 4 limit break, which is Catastrophe, but it's just one hit. of 9999, and you think, oh yeah, amazing, blah, blah, blah. But if you leave him on level 3, it's named differently in Europe and America, I believe. One is Angamax and one is Ungamax. I can't remember which way around it is. I think in Europe it's Ungamax, but he hits them an absolute ton of times. So if you get his strength to, what does it go to, like 255 or something, 255 strength?
255. Yeah.
You hit a serious amount
I always
of
had
damage.
Barrett and Tifa.
So you leave Barrett on his level 3 limit break, basically. You don't use Catastrophe. And with Yuffie, I think it's called Doom of the Living, which is her level 3.
Just annoy me.
Yeah, stealing your materia and being an idiot.
I didn't want to know that.
I can't actually remember what her level 4 was called. No, is it All Creation, or is that somebody else?
No, that was Ares, I think.
It might be, yeah. I'm forgetting the names a little bit, but basically you leave her on her level 3, which I think is Doom of the Living, and you remember when we were playing 10 earlier, and Tidus does the slice and dice, and he's kind of going through the character.
Yeah.
She does that, but if you max out her stats, she's hitting a bit. It's like Omni Slash basically, but for her. And it's the best way. So when you're going for your best part, Yuffie and Barrett, unbelievable.
I always had Barrett and Tifa.
But you could use Tifa as well, as long as you're getting all of the reels right or whatnot. Yeah. She can do some big damage. But what a game! What a game!
Sure.
A couple of easies there, a couple of sweats for Foxyland.
Yeah.
The full blast.
That's a fun game.
Gem Smash. You've got more easies than me.
No, I haven't. I got about 96, I think. You got like 200 odd. It's not even comparable. That's the Gauntlet. That's a massive grind. I don't know how many hours it says. 50 hours. I doubt it. It took about 70 hours of just grinding kills out and picking up.
Ultra rare as well.
Yeah, it took a long time. The campaign was fun.
Look at these God of Wars. Very nice.
Missing the new one.
Very nice.
Blades of Olympus and Chains of Olympus, is it? The 2 Vita ones. I did have the disc, but I've disappeared.
Go with your friends.
Yeah, I've done that since I joined the server.
So you're playing Vice City at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you finding it? This remastered.
Yeah. Some of the heads look terrible. They got like, remember Beetlejuice, the bloke whose head gets shrunk? Some of them genuinely look like the bloke whose head gets shrunk in the waiting room.
Oh, that's fantastic, that scene in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Guacamelee did that recently. Really, really fun. I spent most of the game running around in a chicken costume. What more can you say? What more do you need to say?
There's a lot though. I'm trying to look for the ones that you've played since we've done the list.
Yeah.
Rise
and Chase Turbo. I did the DLC on that. 12th of September. I've done the pattern years ago.
The Senna DLC. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Nice little bit of content, wasn't it?
I did that in Space V Brawl. I had to do that with 4 controllers on my own.
Wow.
It's offline co-op, but you need 4 players to do it. Nuts.
Explosion. Iron Snout. Jack and Jill DX.
All 3 of those aren't bad though. They're not the best games I've ever played, but they're not really bad.
Yeah, Night and Plus.
Yeah, that was okay.
Loves an easy, this guy. Loves the sweat.
Here's my first boosting game from the server, Kung Fu Panda with my little friend. Excellent.
0.77% as well.
I think that's my rarest platinum, actually.
That's crazy, that is absolutely crazy.
I had a laugh doing it.
Well, that's the main
2,000 games of leaving and joining in. Brilliant.
As long as you watch
that is probably... The League of Evil is probably the hardest game I've ever played. It's supposed to be a grubby, easy game. I found that really, really hard to get done the both times.
I'm sure I've done League of Evil.
And it was I'm not saying it was solid, but it was a lot harder than people led me on to believe.
Harder than Awesome P?
I think so, yeah. I hadn't been drinking when I was playing that either, see. A couple of beers and I can't hit a barn door usually, so, I'm doing alright. Good smash of Lego games. Most of those I've done with my son. When he was my oldest son, when he was younger.
I do remember you telling me.
Some great fun over the years doing Lego games.
I do remember you telling me, actually.
That Marvel Superhero Squad, that's really good co-op. We had really good fun playing that too.
You got the Ultimate Alliance 2 Platinum, I remember seeing that now from before.
Was a really fun
that's
game
really
too.
Good. Mecha Bolt, loving them easies.
Yeah.
Metagal. It's a good one, actually.
Yeah, like the Midnight 36 fragments and Midnight Deluxe. I enjoyed both of those. There he is, Mighty Number 9. What a ball!
Why is it saying 5 out of 10?
I don't know. It is up till I played it and did most of the modes until hyper difficulty and the boss rush mode. I was really enjoying it. I wasn't finding it hard at all. But since that kicked my butt, the hyper mode, I finally did that, and now I'm trying to get through the boss rush mode. I've got to like boss 11 in a row with just 3 health bars, but I can't see how it's a 5 out of 10.
I don't know why, but I always had it in my head that it was higher. Like I've never.
I would put it personally, playing it right now, as at least a 7 for me.
Right.
Just because you have to do like 13 bosses in a row without basically getting hit more than 6 times, I think, or 7 times. Okay. And they're not that easy. I'll get it, I think. It's just going to take time.
Impressive. Mochi boy.
Yeah. Monopoly Madness. Margo! Monsters vs. Aliens is probably the funnest game me and my son played together, though.
Yeah.
It was a real... Didn't expect it, but it was brilliant. There's another Sparky, Multiversus. We did that together, boosted it.
Cheeky Ultra
Mirror Master Rebirth is probably my favourite game that I played on the Vita. It's really, really fun.
Yeah.
It's by Vanillaware.
Okay.
They got really good like art style. A couple of racing games there. Told me Free Shift is quite hard, but played that a long time ago. It says only 4 out of 10 on there, doesn't it?
Oxley.
Suit was fun.
Oxley.
Ninja Garden Sigma 2, you had to do like online challenges, and that was the same time as when FIFA wouldn't work, and I'd go on there and it was just like every move on the game, so it was impossible for me to do at the time. And that One More Dungeon is the biggest pile of tat, actually. That's the other game in my top 3 of hated games of all time.
Is it?
It's like Minecraft with wands, and just really janky and horrible.
Yeah, I'll be staying away from that.
Oriuska Tainted Bloodlines, that was quite hard for a tactical fighter.
Oh, these easies are back. Paradox Soul, Peasant Knight. You've got to have a couple on there, haven't you? Not wrong with a couple.
Don't want you feeling upset.
Yeah, just doing them to keep me happy, yeah. Prince of Persia stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you've done Prototype back in 2011 as well.
Yeah.
I still need to go back to it. I've mentioned it on the last couple of videos.
God, did I really do it in 3 weeks and 5 days? I thought it was longer than that.
You've done both of them in 3 weeks, 5 days. How weird!
That's mad, isn't it? You couldn't have written that.
No, both getting the second one's.
Look at the difference in difficulty, though. 8 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and I'd probably say that it probably is about right, actually.
Oh, the second one's really, really simple.
They were both fun, though.
Yeah, very simple. Oh, these Ratchet titles, they keep coming back. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, so I've done quite a few Rayman Legends and Red Dead this year, and Crash Team Racing.
That's impressive.
And Remnant from the Ashes.
Very impressive. Rayman, Red Dead, yeah, Remnant. Oh.
Crash Team Racing, that was this year.
And you've done that Resident Evil remaster as well, the original.
Yeah. Do you know what? I did all of that except for the hardest playthrough on remote play on my Vita as well, because my PlayStation was in a corner. I couldn't use it on a telly, so I just remote played it and did it.
Wow.
I will eventually do Resident Evil 0 to 7 or 8, I think, because that is one of my. It's not my favourite franchise, but it's in my top 3 or 4.
I do really enjoy them.
And I grew up playing them. I've got 2 and 3 remakes to play, actually. They're on my list waiting to go. Rogue Legacy, that's got to be a 7 or 8 out of 10, I would think. Especially because I did it on the Vita as well, and that's quite hard. It's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
But there's some of the bosses on there are brutal.
So 2.95% as well.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably about right.
Yeah.
Secret Ponchos. This is another one I did with Sparky.
No, not Ponchos.
Secret of Mana. That's probably the least known of game that was one of my favourites on the Super Nintendo. It's like a dungeon crawling RPG, and when it came out re-release, I was so excited because nobody'd ever really heard of it that I know, and it was one of my favourite games on the Super Nintendo.
There's a Mega Drive collection which we spoke about.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
What do you make of Shadow of the Colossus?
I liked it, but I can't see how people think it's the best game ever. Like,
yeah,
it's a good game, but there's no talking in it. It's okay, isn't it? But it's just like climbing up a mountain really, isn't it? The whole game.
Very rinse and repeat, isn't it?
I'm glad I did the PS4, not the PS3, because it's a lot harder, the PS3 one is, isn't
Why is it harder?
I don't know, I just know it.
Or is it different trophy?
I think there's a couple of different reasons, but yeah, from what I heard, it's a lot harder and it's a lot rarer as well.
Okay.
Cheeky slide. There we go, Space Hulk.
Space Hulk, we've talked
about, you have to get 40,000 kills, and for some reason it doesn't save, so I had to leave my Vita on for a whole month to get these 40,000 kills, and I got to 39,090 kills, and I had to go to work, and I came back and my Vita had crashed.
No.
So I thought, right, I've got to do this in a month now. I've got to do 40,000 kills. So I basically spent 3 weeks then just watching telly and doing that when I wasn't working. Just farming. And you had to go on one level, kill the things, reset it, do it again. Just back and forth. Because it just didn't save the kills. No matter, even if you finished the campaign, I think it ended up that I had to do like, after I restarted for the third time, I did 35,000 kills to get the trophy to pop. So
no way.
I probably did over 100,000 easy.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Square Boy vs Bullies, what a game.
That was fun.
It was actually quite fun, wasn't it?
You've done Battlefront 1
Nice. Nice to see you.
Legit as well, no boosting.
You've got to level 100 on the first one.
Yeah. No boosting,
it took
that
me
was
so
all
long
legit.
Just to get to 50 for the platinum. I wasn't doing the DLC for 100.
I played it from day one, both of them. They're probably the last 2 games I bought full price, actually.
Wow.
I played them with friends, though, you know, when you're playing it and just enjoying it, it's style, wasn't it?
I don't remember looking at the... Well, I mean, I don't remember seeing that when I looked at the list as part of the original review.
Except for the map.
And you've done Force Unleashed 2 as well.
Yeah, I actually did Force Unleashed 1, but it was before trophies. And I got rid of the game, and then they brought Trophy Sport out, didn't they?
Okay.
And it was too late, and I thought, I'm not going back to it now. SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2, they're good fun. They're like Spelunky, but it's like easier. You have to do like a no-death run in less than 4 hours. Super Time Force Ultra was fun.
Destronaut, Weekend Mode, Willow D-Make.
Yeah.
You're losing street cred with the server here, Mark.
It's alright, let's have a look at your commons then, is it? I don't like manga and anime, but Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment I really enjoyed on the Vita. That was quite hard. Platinum too. I've done the Tabletop Racing World Tour DLC since you did my other review.
Yeah.
Get my percentage up
What's
a bit.
it called? The ice pack or something? The ice.
Yeah, ice.
Something.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
It's pretty. I enjoyed Teslagrad. Teslagrad was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was alright. That Arrogance quest was a bit of an ache as well. Me and my son did it, and then realised that like in the 3rd chapter there's something missable that had glitched, and we went to it, did it, and it didn't count. So we left it for like 2 years, and then I finally said, right, that's it, I'm going to do this game, and just started it. And did it with a guide then and went through everything to make sure it wasn't missed.
Yeah.
That one-shot adventure, Tiny Tina's, took me 11.5 hours to get a chubby to spawn, and that was after I'd done every other trophy in the game.
Oh, really?
Another week's worth or so of playing. Titan Souls I did on the Vita. I don't know what difficulty it is, but I would say it's probably 2% more difficulty on the Vita because it's just the controls aren't tight enough.
Yeah. Some Tomb Raider stuff which you mentioned. Yeah, absolutely.
That Toy Story 3, I played that with my son. It took us 38 hours to get to the final mission. And we got to the final mission, loaded in, and we fell through the floor and just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So we quit out, put it back on, and it was the same. So we had to just completely delete the whole game and start it from scratch. So he said, I'm not helping you, Dad, and I have to do it all and do every collectible again.
Wow.
Wake Up Club. I'm banging it doing an alarm, I am. That Warhammer Vermintide 2, I've just got a few trophies on there a couple of days ago. I'm hoping to play it with Ray because he's a god at it.
Yeah. Did you say
Ray's just got me?
Yeah, he's absolutely.
He actually wrote the PSN guide
Common
on it as well.
Ray Dub.
Yeah, Ray wrote the PSN guide on it as well.
Sorry, yeah, he did.
That was a fun game. Quite difficult, but
ultra rare as well. Nice. Some wrestling stuff.
Oh, Are you a
wrestling fan?
I used to be.
Yeah.
Until
like Attitude. era?
No, before that.
Before that?
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah, because you're old.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, British
Bulldog. Keep forgetting how old he is, guys.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Legion of Doom.
Oh wow.
That sort of era.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that WWE Legends of WrestleMania was like watching my childhood watching wrestling.
Who was your favourite?
Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior, I think. But I did like Hacksaw Jim Duggan whacking people on the end with his bit of wood.
That's great.
X-Men Wolverine, that was a fun game.
And then we hit the bottom, yeah. Do you know what? I cannot wait for the Wolverine game.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's Insomniac, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it does look brilliant.
Yeah.
That XCOM Enemy Unknown was really, really difficult. It's a lot of save scumming involved because you take the same shot 50 times and it won't hit. And then all of a sudden, you take the same shot that you've taken 50 times, it'll just register and kill it.
And it'll work.
Ridiculous.
And then finishing the list off, you're playing that at the moment, aren't you?
What, Zombie Army? Yeah, it's clearing up some DLCs with Sparky. We've only actually got one left to do out the free content, and that's the Nightmare Run.
Oh, yeah.
We've done one of the levels out of like 8 or 9 we've got to do.
I'm assuming you've updated this a little bit because I can see Aliens in the trophy cabinet now.
Yeah.
So Crash Team Racing, Red Dead 2, Aliens Fireteam.
Stick with it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my 3 proudest, but 3 I'm really proud of.
Does that not make you feel a bit sick just seeing Secret Ponchos?
No, not at all. 0.26.
I know.
That doesn't make me feel sick
but
at
you
all.
proper sweated it to get them just for some ultra rares.
But I got to know Sparky, so it was worth it.
Yeah, do you know what?
We made a giggle of it as much as we could.
Yeah. 485 ultra rares.
I think I had 400 when I joined the server.
Did you?
I think I've earned 85 since mid-June.
That is very impressive, that, you know.
I've managed to get my average rarity down by 1.1% as well since then.
It is easy though when you just start boosting.
Yeah. I've actually done some good games since then, mate. I think my top 15 rarest trophies, like 11 of them are since I've joined the server.
That's why I'm missing the timestamps. What you said, didn't you? Arkham Asylum was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Latest Platinum, SteamWorld Dig 2.
That's hard. Good fun, but you've got to do the game in like 4 hours without dying and collecting everything in the whole game.
Has this come down, the average percentage?
Yeah, it was 48.1 when you did my first list.
Was it?
So now down 1.1%.
I need to sort mine's at 54 because of all the easy games.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not as grub as you are, mate. By saying it tells you so.
I need to try and bring that down.
Oh, Meat Boy will bring that down a bit, though, won't it? Surely.
I mean, look at this.
That's from the thing when I synced. You look there.
Oh,
1,500 trophies you take off there. So actually, it's pretty even, except for maybe one in the afternoon.
I'm assuming you did that on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday at 8 PM on March 2011.
Wow.
And I'd had my profile for nearly 2 years then as well.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's been cracking going back through it. I know we've seen it a little bit before.
I'm definitely happy with how much has improved.
Oh yeah, massively. And as I said at the start of the video, we're going to drop a link into the original review that I did when I was on my own. So if you want to have a look at that before, I said before, if you've got to this point, you've obviously watched this first.
Bit late.
Yeah, a bit late, but you could always watch that one as well.
Yeah, why not? Just so you can listen to Jeff again.
Just listen to me again and just see how how Mark's changed from that video. But yeah, it's also been nice for you to explain these to me because, as I also said, when I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know how what your experience was like. I don't know how difficult you found it. I didn't know much. Some of the games I didn't know anything about. Yeah. So the fact that you were able to bring some of them up and tell me what they were like is obviously very interesting as well. But yeah, how did you find it all? Just chatting on camera and just. It's fine, isn't it? Like I said,
it's easier this part. When you're doing the questions, the first 5 minutes you're a bit conscious because you can see it. Now we're looking at the list. We're just talking now, aren't we?
Yeah. That's basically it. So obviously you guys won't know how it will look from our point of view, but when we're doing the questions and we're
watching ourselves,
screen, we see ourselves on the screen. Whereas now, because we're running through PSN profiles and we're in the corner, you don't actually see that bit that's put in afterwards. And we're just looking through PSN profiles, having a chat, aren't we? So you don't really think anything of it. But no, I think it's been absolutely cracking. It's been absolutely cracking having you up here. You know, we've still got weekend. Saturday night. We're still going to have our Palmo. Still plenty more beers to be had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been unreal, and obviously I'd love to have you here again in the future.
Sure.
And yeah, what a list! Just no more easies, no more boosting ultra rares.
Yeah, no, I'll boost ultra rares. I don't care.
You're gonna start Super Meat Boy?
No. I've watched you play it, and I've had a go at it myself. Maybe I'll never say never on any game, but right now I'm not in to being a masochist. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Hopefully one day I can get it because. We can't say too much on camera. We've got a deadline, haven't we, for Jangus to do Super Meat Boy? We're doing it. We're doing it for the boys. We're doing it for the boys.
For the bros.
For the mini Jangos. We're doing it. We're doing it for you lot. It's coming home. It's coming
I even tried to help, but I wasn't good enough here yet to do much helping.
With our cracking list, as I say, I'm going to leave some links in the description. We'll drop a link into Mark's PSN profiles to the trophy list review we've done on Mark as well. I'll leave links to my usual social media stuff, Twitter, Instagram. We'll drop a link to the Discord as well. If you want to come and join, that would be amazing. If you've enjoyed the video, as always, I would really appreciate it if you drop me a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That would be amazing. And whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.